Welcome back, disc golf fans. This is Derek Scull with Gatekeeper Media, and again, we have Mike Moser beside me on the mic. We are at the beautiful Stafford Woods in Voorhees, New Jersey for the 2019 Stafford Open. I had mentioned it on the front nine that it is the second year of it being an A-tier, and what an A-tier it is. It is driven by Innova Champion Discs, and this coverage is brought to you by Innova Disc Golf. How you feeling coming into this back nine here? I mean, your back nine is starting on hole one, but with that one-stroke lead, where are we at here?
Well, I definitely feel good. Everybody's playing some good golf right now. Fish had a little hiccup there on 18. Hopefully that doesn't affect them. Hole one. This is another one of the changes they had this year. We moved it to the other pin, the B pin, I guess they call it. Normally you turn over to the right, about right here. Mm-hmm. Instead, we would go straight, dead straight, a little bit longer, 309 feet, all the way back.
What are you throwing here?
I'm trying a Roadrunner.
Okay. So you were right in the middle of the fairway, but just to happen that there's a tree there.
The main place you don't want to be here is left. Left is very difficult. So I was having some trouble with this hole. Matt? Just feeds through everything.
Yeah.
Just inside the circle there.
Just thread right through those trees.
Beautiful.
But yeah, you're absolutely right saying that. That keeps him in the fairway, so that's good.
He's definitely in a good spot. He can get up and down from there. Fish going straight for that tree. So three of us hit that tree. Obviously, it's in the right place.
Yeah.
You can see it's been hit by one or two people.
Yeah, and it does appear that Fish is probably going to be the furthest to the left there out of the bunch.
Yep. Definitely give him a tricky shot. As you see, he's trying something interesting. Yeah, give him a long bid.
Played off the tree.
Whereas I kicked out this way. Yeah, I have a few trees in the way, but it's not too difficult.
No, you're gonna have a gimme 3 now. That's great. Oh man, he really needed that one.
That for the 2. Nice putt.
Well, that I believe is 4 birdies in a row for Matt.
Yes, he's definitely pulling it through right now. He needed that one to get him going. Oh, Colten a bit low.
Yeah, really, it's just a matter of what's going to light that fire inside of you.
Definitely. And a couple tap outs. So as you can see, the spread on that hole, we had a 2, a 3, and a couple 4s. The second hole here is 509 feet, and this one definitely is a good par 4. You got to turn it right there where he did, slight turnover, and if you get anywhere near that log, it's a beautiful shot. But then you still have to do a hard turnover back into this pocket where the hole sits. This is another one. There's a lot of that on this course. Being off the fairway is not a good place to be. That's real early.
Yeah.
And off to the right. Trying to get that slight turn over there. Little highs are out. Yeah.
Yeah, you stayed clean.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm looking to do.
And you're about right up to you're high of where that bend starts. Just about, right?
I'm past the bend. I'm down near your cameraman there, off to the side. Now that's on the inside of the route, and that because of the really hard turn to the right at the end, it's going to be a difficult place to be. Fish goes with a roller here, which is very interesting, especially with the down logs. But he jumps that log. Oh, it hits the stump. That seems to be a pretty good spot. I think it was cooking.
It had a mission, yeah. Yeah, Matt has to. He's resulting in keeping it super low because of that super low ceiling that he found himself in.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's Colten. See, he's on the inside, so it's making him work.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. It really does Oh, that's unfortunate. But Stafford really, it tests you for everything you got. You need to have a really well-rounded game to put up a good show here.
It's a good shot. Give me a chance at the birdie. Fish going inside. No.
He knew it right away. May have hit a tree there. Hard to tell from that angle.
But to the difficulty of this hole, Colten was talking to me after we finished. He said he never even threed this hole in practice.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sure he's all right with that 4. Matt with a long bid.
And it stuck.
Yep. He didn't go 30 feet by this time. Ooh.
That's going to sting a little bit for fish.
Ended up, I think this was about 25. Good. For the bird.
That's quite a few in a row for you, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I missed one. I missed the last hole. Matt was the only one to get that one. A little cleanup here. Ooh.
Slightly
That was
high.
but it dropped. There we go. My bird and a bunch of pars. Not too bad.
We're going right into hole 3, which is technically the first of the water holes here at the course. And this year it is a little bit different. We do have the elevated basket. It is the first time I've ever seen that. And so Adam and Becky specifically said that they wanted to see, the drone footage just it wasn't quite there yet, but they wanted to see this hole be a score separator.
Yeah, it definitely made a change in the hole. Especially, it was pretty windy. It was a nice drive. And the wind was coming off the fields that are right off the backside of this hole. So having the elevated basket made putting even more tricky. That was a nice hyzer. It's good. Now give him a good putt.
And now from my eyes, when I step up on this tee, it looks a little more deceiving of where exactly the line is that you want, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Where like the way that you throw, you think you're going to be too far left, but it seems to be working out for everybody here. That's a little high.
It's still going to the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. So Matt's, 25-ish?
Yeah, and it looks like he caught a break. I don't see much wind.
Good putt.
It worked out.
Get back on that streak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
That's always interesting where you have to kind of play with your footing a little bit, but looks like he gave him a straddle putt and
not too far.
Worked out.
Nice. Star frame.
First one of the round.
Yep.
I would say hole 4 is probably my favorite looking hole of the course.
It's a beautiful hole, the way the grass is cut. You want to get your tee shot off that branch that was hanging in from the right there and land up in this area somewhere. And that'll give you, right where you stop. Perfect. And then you'll have some kind of mid-range or AVR even up into the basket if you had a good drive. So basically you throw right at that branch, it's leaning in, and hyzer off of it. Just like that. Get up over those lumps. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and being in that area, you're going to have plenty of ground room to really have like an appropriate run up or, comfortable footing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Matt got a nice wind lift there. Another great shot.
Yeah, I would say you just don't want to be far left.
No.
Because that's gonna really pinch you off.
Don't hit the trees. Don't be left. Another good shot. Looks like a nice grouping coming up here.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
And we got fish up first. On this approach, you want to make sure you stay kind of wide right, because it always skips up in here. Oh, that was a little too far, but he kicks in.
Yeah, that should be a birdie look, no problem for him.
And keep it nice and wide right. Get that skip. Beautiful, Colten.
Yeah, it almost looked like he really didn't put anything into it either. He just kind of let the disc do the work for him.
I got my slightly overstable rock. Nice and wide. Let's skip on in.
Yeah, that'll play.
Oh, he didn't get it wide enough.
But
Still giving him a Matt Bell look.
let's see if he can keep the streak alive. Or start it up again, I mean. All right, so Fish putting a little thought into this one here.
Do I really want to make this? Yes.
Oh,
no. Oh.
So I think he's going to get the award of the most unfortunate splash outs of the entire round.
That was terrible. That did go right through the chains.
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't want to catch for fishy today. And really, like, to start out his round, I mean, everything was catching, it seemed like.
Right, yeah. He had a bunch of good putts. Good.
Little discussion there on the green.
Oh.
Do you recall what that was about?
Have no idea.
It's just giving Matt some time to go and recollect here.
It's definitely a good, friendly group. I hadn't played with Colten before.
Welcome back, and a big shout out to Innova for sponsoring this coverage.
Okay, here we have hole 5. This was another big change this year. This went from a par 3 to a par 4. You are throwing a long drive, trying to land in bounds. As you can see, somewhat, the fairway slopes down to the left, which made it really hard to stay in bounds unless you landed up to the right side, because everything kind of skips. And the wind was, you can see a little bit of it, but the wind was blowing pretty good.
I think that's your first blemish, really, of the day.
Yeah. No, he's going to stick. He hangs
right there.
in there. That's a perfect shot.
With a lot of distance, yeah.
Yeah, this is another one. You don't need a whole lot of distance to get in play for this one. It's only 564, so see how much is skipped down the hill? And he landed all the way up to the right. Fish is going mid-range again.
To try to minimize that skip at the end. Is he going to be on the line? Okay.
He's good.
Yeah, because again, just a reminder for folks who, may not be completely up on the rules, but the disc has to be fully out of bounds for it to count as OB, correct?
Correct. Right. So he probably went another mid-range. So mid-range, hits a late tree.
That's just smart golf, though. Knowing how you've been stitching things together at this point, it's really just a matter of playing safe.
Mm-hmm. Throw an AVR. He's right up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saved my par. Thank you. Going with the forehand.
Yeah, I was going to say it's interesting to see a forehand here, but I guess really it's just a matter of making sure that it just sticks right under.
Well, the trees on that left side coming to the basket are a lot closer to the pin. So if you're throwing a righty backhand, you're going to throw an anhyzer into the hole. So that's why the forehand would make sense. Nice, very nice upshot by Colten.
So everybody should be in pretty makeable range here.
Fish for his bird. Good solid putt. Yep, 3 birds, and somebody messed it up.
I mean, you got there in 3.
Yes. Yeah, hole 6, slight downhill the whole way. You have a large open field here. You want to kind of throw off to the right, hyzer back to the left, land on the left edge here, outside of the woods. Probably the most interesting part of this hole we were looking forward to. Colten, in practice, was threw 2 shots that hit the wood up here.
Oh, wow.
From the tee. To say about his distance. So we were all very excited to watch him attempt this again.
With him being first on the box, too.
Yeah. He's just throwing hard into the trees and hoping to punch through. And unfortunately, it did not punch through.
No, but it's going to lend himself for a really great approach.
Yes, definitely.
Matt's not taking his quite as wide.
He's trying to get into the right position.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Got a little left, but he's way down there, so he should be all right. This is such a beautiful green. The club here, all the work that they do, it was like they came out here and did this. I think they did this in like one day.
Yeah, I recall hearing that. And just seeing the before and after photos of what this hole originally looked like with the big mound there and how they've been able to sculpt it and put those retaining, rafters in there.
Yeah.
Just a lot. You can just tell a lot of care. And I don't recall, I do apologize, I don't recall who this hole is dedicated to, but it does have a memorial plaque attached to it.
All right. I don't recall his name either. It's the person who holds the record in the MTA, though.
Okay. Yeah, and Becky and Adam had mentioned it in our FPO coverage of this event. So, if you want to find out, head on over to that video and check that out as well.
Most of us are trying to get up at least to the bottom of the wall. That's another interesting part of this hole, is if you try to get up onto the wall, it tends to roll down often. It's hard to stay up there. Colten stays up there nicely.
So now, in your experience, just off the tee, going back off the tee and just kind of talking about this hole all the way through, I mean, do you see a lot of backhand rollers?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't set up well for the backhand roller. There's low branches off to the left. Yeah, I've talked to Adam about trimming them up.
Because I asked because I know that you probably would love to be able to.
I would, definitely. I roll it. You can roll it from the short tee that I've played here at other events, but the long tee, it just those ones on the left
can't get wide left enough.
You can't get enough distance out because the branches hang in too much. So I made a nice putt up from the bottom. Matt makes a nice putt up from the bottom. But that's what it creates. This hole creates that putt. So you're left with that tricky straight uphill putt.
And that's a much needed birdie from Fish.
Yes, good birdie. Well, it looked like he had 4 of the last 5. And Colten 4 in a row. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Colten I hadn't played with before, and the 4 of us together turned out to be a really good group. Hole 7 here. We got our second hole across the pond, 300 feet. Make sure you hit the gap. We're going to be playing right there to where.
Yeah, we stopped the drone there where the pin is supposed to be. There was a different event prior to that. They were exercising the different placement, so it didn't quite line up with the schedule. But here we are.
Most of us will be, I think all of us will be throwing a mid-range at this. And just sort of aim at those 2 trees across the pond and slightly turn off of them.
Oh boy. Okay. Clean.
He's headed right at those trees. Oh, he got a proper kick.
On the good side of him.
Yeah.
It's good to see that fish had a smile on his face here, at least.
Strong. He's gonna be.
Oh wow.
Okay. On the hillside there. Those are other interesting putts.
Yeah, and it's going to be slightly obstructed with those trees there, but fish is no stranger to this course, so.
No, he destroyed this course last year.
Shot the record round 1, tied it round 2, and then tied it again.
Did you see that putt?
I did.
He went between the trees.
That's in very Matt Bell style. Oh, not as obstructed as I thought here.
But he's down on one knee on the slope. Good. Another good putt. You didn't let that cut through get to him. That's good.
Yeah.
But even these closer putts, like you get these tricky uphills and the trees. Good putt. Good putt.
Sneaks in right north of the cage.
It looks like I'm in the same spot. Oh, I guess I do it.
and the suspense is gone.
Right, it's hole 8. Here we have 354 feet. This tunnel you're looking down, you want to play straight down the tunnel all the way to the end before you turn. This tree right to your left there, you want to hope to get around it, just like the drone did, and hyzer out a little. You can sneak on the inside, but that's not what you're trying to do. So if you come in a little early, sometimes it works out.
Yeah, and I would say that this green particularly is one of the faster of the courses, so it skips quite a bit.
That's right it, but that's it. He gets all the way to the end of the path there, though.
Yeah, that late tree just cut him off a little bit.
Matt plays this lower and plays for a skip shot, and he plays perfectly.
Wow.
He's way down there.
A lot of room to work there.
Fish is going low also for the skip shot. Couple skips. Perfect. Right down the middle.
What are you throwing on this one?
I'm throwing a Wraith. Champion Wraith. It stays straight for a long time and then finishes. I got the tree. Yeah, I caught a little something at the end. Finishes how you want it to. Colton's working a little from the left side, it looks like. Wants to go under that leaning tree and hyzer in. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shot. I ended up with a perfect gap.
Well, that's where the short tee is, correct?
Yep. But I couldn't hit the gap.
Womp womp.
Fish in perfect position. There's a nice little hyzer right to the hole. Matt's almost close enough for a Matt Bell run, I think. Nope. Decides to take the safe layup.
Yeah, and I feel like he might have hit something there because it didn't play off the ground much at all.
There I am, about 45 again. Leonheiser putt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, solid.
And that's, how far would you say that is?
That was about 45.
Yeah, I think we're gonna give it to you there.
Oh sweet. Leonheiser around that tree. Nice.
Yeah, solid connection in those chains. Running it off. Great putt.
Thank you.
And even though this is a straddled putt, it's still a gimme for Matt.
Yep. This is all the people that played the hole properly, cleaning up their birdies. Good hole. Another star frame.
That's 3 total?
Yep, 2 in a row. Hole 9. This is an interesting hole. You're going to try to hit this gap little turn, and then cross your fingers through these trees right here and hope that you guessed right. It's really difficult to get through to the hole. I think we're all going to be throwing mid-ranges.
Oh, that's
It's fighting.
wow.
Look at that.
Jeez.
Perfect. Let's see if Matt has it.
It was
Can't tell.
It was like 14 all over again for Colten, fighting through there on the right side.
Matt somehow finds himself long of the pin, which is really hard to get. So, fish might have turned it a little much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where it got stopped up.
Oh, and I caught one of the trees.
Oh, and it looks
I
like it
forgot to
pushed it
cross my
backward a little
fingers.
bit.
But it pushed me over into the short tee fairway.
Which, I mean, if you're going to get a tree kick, that'd be the one to get,
Definitely.
right? You can tell by just Fish's body language right off the bat there. He knew upon release.
Nope. Nice, easy up. Finish off the round with a nice easy par. Matt from long of the pin. Great putt,
Solid
Matt.
connection.
Yeah, finishes with 3 in a row.
A lot of green on that card.
4 in a row. Oh,
wow.
fish! No.
That's
That's-
a lot of bad luck of the
Yeah.
day.
I hate to see that. And Colton
Okay.
for a 2 to finish. Very nice. Look at that. 3 through 9 birdies in a row. Wow.
And overall, with the bad luck of the spit outs, I mean, only 2 bogeys there for Fish. It's not so bad.
Pretty good. Kept my card clean. Yeah.
All right, here. So, you're still sitting in the lead with that stroke, and then it really could be between Matt and Colton here for round 2 coming up. Fish was able to keep it together. He's still in a running here. So overall, our standings, we're going to be taking a look at who our next card will be. What's your thoughts? Finishing round 1, going into round 2. I mean, we have both of those rounds in one day, so.
Yeah, definitely happy. Always good to start off with a good solid round like that. I'm where I want to be in the lead card, playing near the top.
Yeah, and then like I said, we have shotgun starts here at this event, so we're going to be in about an hour go for round 2. So make sure to stay tuned for the round 2 coverage with Gatekeeper Media. Take care.